What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Uh, it's raining today, pretty crappy outside, and yeah, we're gonna mess around with some RC a little bit. I work shift work. I got off this morning, slept for 5 hours, and now I'm off for a few days. So I make the quick turnaround back to the day shift, and yeah, that's what we're doing. It's a good rainy day. Come down in the shop, mess around with the truck for a little while. So that's what we're going to do. The farm truck is an Element Sendero HD. I pulled everything off and repainted all of the Lexan and repainted this body just white, like eggshell kind of white, if you will. This is going to be tricky. I'm using a different camera, so it's hopefully, whoa, hey, Justin Johnson, good morning. I'm using a different camera, so the resolution for the live should be better than using my laptop, but then like I look at my laptop to read comments, so it's like I'm doing this, but I mean to do this. So yeah. Yeah, sick. So anyway, yeah, farm truck. I think I want to go full droop on these shocks. So I kind of want to open them and pull the springs. So I think we're going to start that. Yeah, Justin, I will see you. We have incipient fire class on freaking Wednesday morning, which is lame. But I will see you there. Unless you're not going. Nice. You're behind lunch? That's cool. You buy mine, I'll buy yours. It'll be catered greatness, I'm sure. Oh boy. All right. Let's pull the wheels off of this thing, and I'm taking the springs out of the shocks. I think we're just going to do this. Oh, come off of there. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, this guy. I'm just removing these springs because I said it already, but I want this truck to sit a little lower. So I'm just going to run full droop. What am I on here? Okay. Oh, nice. Oh, come on. Whoa. I am running these upside down, which is why I have the truck flipped. So I have to get the bottom off, basically, to pull the spring. Hello, Jeremy. I am fine, doing well. How are you? Okay, you want to be like that. Come here. Oh, I was on that good. Pull that spring. Get a little oil everywhere. Who doesn't love oil everywhere? Find this screw. Come here. Okay. That is that. Put these back on. Come on. Get the pin centered. Good and good. Much lower. Yeah, that's it. That's better. It's full droop. I mean, it's a scale truck, right? So like we're just gonna scale drive it. It's not gonna perform. It's just gonna run. So yeah. These rubber boots can kind of be adjusted a little. That's why I run these shocks upside down, is so that you can see the rubber boots. That's kind of looks like a Rancho shock, if you will. So yeah, chassis. We've got the parts tree for this truck. I bought this truck secondhand. It Facebook Marketplace deal, $200. I talked the guy into selling it to me for. The body definitely had some scratches. It showed some wear, but nothing major. Talked him down to $200, and he took it, and so I bought it. And then I bought the parts tree because the front bumper was broken, and I got the decal sheet because I painted it, obviously, so I took all of the stock decals off, peeled all them back, got this thing prepped and ready for a paint job, and had to order a new decal sheet. So I did that, so I probably got, I don't know, it ain't much, 30 bucks in parts, I suppose, but obviously all the window masks and the front grille and all the marker lights and door handles. And then what do we got here? Some headlights, some mirrors, some things, a little element decal. And then all of these decals, which when I bought the truck, the guy I bought it from had never used them. So now I have duplicate decal sheets here, which is perfectly fine by me. I like stickers. They can get used on lots of different things, so they will. But let's see. Front bumper. We're going to need this pair of snips. Easy enough. And then these little mounts here. Easy enough. What else do we got? Fair lead. We'll do something with that. And then D-rings and whatnot. These little antennas are kind of cool too. Maybe we'll do something with those. Two antennas here. And we'll kind of set that off to the side. What else do we need? I need Mr. Exacto. This guy. And I just kind of want to clean up these tabs where I pulled the parts off the parts tree. Again, this is just a used scale rig, so what does it matter? Like, this isn't a show truck. This is just me having fun doing the things that I do and trying not to cut my fingers off while I do it. That ought to work. And antennas. Pop the little bottoms off of them. That one's already gone. All right. And just like that, we can make a total mess of everything. All right. Some hardware. I'm not sure what it will want me to use, but we will find out. That's kind of scaly bits. Those are probably fair lead mounts. Socket head cap screws probably would be for the fair lead. There is a lot of extra screws here, which is like body and cage stuff. I don't care about any of that. So let's do these. Yeah, we're solving riddles here. So these two little mounts into there. The fair lead goes on there, and then those socket head cap screws go through and hold it all together. So before I do that, I want to give this thing a little detail. Do I have a board? I have a board. So we're going to take the fair lead and a chrome paint pen, and we're just going to give it a little jazz. I like paint pens. They're easy to use, especially for like chrome things. And I have a black and a white also. The white works good if you want to letter your tires. And there's that. We could actually do the sides of this. This whole thing should be paint penned. So we'll just let that sit for a second. We've got antennas that will be bodywork type things. And then some bonus screws, which is nice, which will get us what two are going to probably need longer than that. Yeah, those two. Those two are going to do that. These are going to be some bonuses, which will get sorted and put in the parts bin eventually. Easy peasy. What size are these? Very nice. That'll be done by hand. And those are going to fight me, of course. Hello, Matt. What chassis is this? This is the Element Enduro Sendero HD. I bought it secondhand from a kid on Facebook Marketplace that bought it and decided that RC wasn't for him, apparently. And so we worked out a deal, and everyone agreed, and I bought it from him. So yeah, stock. I haven't done anything to it except changed out. I think they came with Dean's. Changed it out to this IC3 connector because that's I run 4,000 shorty packs in this one. I don't do the big battery tray. So. Okay, you want a little more juice. Got it. That'll work. So then, paint marker, just a little dab on the ends that I was using my fingers on here. Matt says, I see some construction stuff in the background. I've been getting into that more lately, trying to get my son into it. Dude, I don't know what it is about RC construction, but dude, it's so much fun. I've got two of my recent uploads are RC construction videos where I used some of the equipment for some yard work. And then I drop videos on Mondays and Fridays. So tomorrow's video is an unboxing. Again, I'm looking at my laptop, but I'm using a different camera. So whatever. I'm a pro for sure. But anyway, in tomorrow's video, I unbox a new piece of construction equipment that I bought, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I love RC construction. Playing in the dirt is freaking fun. So there you go. There's brand new bumper off the parts tree. And then, like I said, just a little bit of paint pen on that fair lead. And I think that gives it a nice little touch of detail. And then we'll just kind of body fit roughly for where do I want that to sit? I kind of feel like I want that to sit in there quite a ways. Well, that's going to mount up nice. Let's go. Second hole. Oh man, too far. That looks pretty good. So now with these screws that I said I was going to use, Perfect. Let's see. It does look good. I have a 4200 XL excavator from RC four-wheel drive and some of the metal Huina stuff. I have a WA 470 loader I'm hoping will come next week. Yeah, it's the price point is ridiculous, and I'm not in the expensive price point, I guess, if you will. My excavator is the Diecast Masters all metal cat 330D, I think. And I got a pretty good deal on that. That's probably my most expensive piece of equipment. And then I have the Huina 1582 or 1583 dump truck. That was an eBay score for cheap, like 180 bucks, I think. Brand new, 180 bucks. And then it's just my bulldozer is a top race. It's like an Amazon special. It's okay in the dirt. It certainly isn't great. Super cheap. And then my skid steer track loader is the Diecast Masters, and that was 250 bucks or something like that. So no, I am not. Someday I would like to buy like the A40 dump truck, the Volvo A40, which is like 3,500 bucks, and then I'd like the big tracked bulldozer. That's like $2,000 or something. That'd be cool, but no way, man. Not right now. That's a little out of the budget. Oh man, I think that's too close. That looks good, but I think it's too close because I still got to get the grill on there. Like if this is on there, let's just fake it till we make it. Yeah, that's got to all come. That's all got to back out. One hole. Live and learn. Come on. There's that one. And there's that one. That ought to do. We're not moving that again. All right, I'll get to your comment here in a second. Oh, Matt says, definitely understand the Huina and Diecast Master stuff works pretty well for the price, especially if you do some cheap mods with them. How do you like the element stuff? They look good. I mean, this is the only element truck that I have. I mean, I'll be honest, I like it. The transmission seems really nice. I like how quiet and smooth it works. I'm not a fan of the radio. Kind of big and clunky, but I mean, it works just fine. Dean's is, I mean, I don't know who's running Dean's anymore, honestly. So the batteries that I chose, obviously, I already said I just changed over to IC3, which is no big deal. But otherwise, I mean, yeah, I like them. I'm kind of interested in that the newest, like the Scratch and Weather Zool with the IFS2. Just I'm kind of interested in trying that truck out, but I don't have like any plans at the moment to like go out and get one, but I mean, I wouldn't mind checking that truck out. So there, yeah, that looks pretty good, and that'll work well with the grill. So that's it for the chassis work for right now. Anyway, I was gonna get into some body stuff and try to get all of that sorted back together. This is the grill and headlight housing. And again, like if you saw the first time I drove this truck, I like ripped the headlight out of the passenger side. And so this is a single headlight setup now. And that is also broken, but it'll get held in with the rest of the bits. Oh, come here. Oh, there went that again. Needle nose. Okay. We need to kind of do this grill, if you will. This decal here. This guy right here. So we'll grab that. It looks like it's got a hole for alignment. Can't complain there. Done. Easy. That's doesn't get any better than that. Just have them line up like so. Then we need this is where it'll get a little wonky because this is broken, so we're just trying to get that to work. Oh, dang it. We were so close. That's on there. Oh, that fell out. That's bad. Come on. Get in there. One. Oh no. Two. And this last one, which doesn't have anything to bite on. But hey, we got a grill. Again, one headlight. It is what it is. It's old beater farm truck. I've really had my eye on the Zool. I just looked it up and I didn't even realize Element is the same company as Team Associated and Element are one and the same. One and the same. I don't know how I feel about their new, like, that 12th scale stuff. I just don't know. I mean, if you want to buy a gift for your kid or, niece or nephew or something, at $199, I could see maybe getting behind something like that. But I don't know. If you want to upgrade those things and turn them into something worth your hobby time and money, you're going to have a lot of money in that $200 rig by the time you're done. And I don't see the point. So let's see. Let's go to this. See how fast everything just gets destroyed. The workbench just gets bombed out almost instantly. So there should be 4 little guys in here. Must be these 4, which will hold this bed to the cage. Don't need a bunch of pressure at all. So there's that. Now before we do this, we're going to need at least the back window. This guy here. And it's obviously, it's clear. It's just the off. And again, you know, if it's not perfect, hey, guess what? It ain't perfect. And I move on with my life. But hey, that didn't turn out too bad. Just a little scale detail before you put this on. And then, you know, you're doing things. That needed to be there. Couldn't imagine trying to put that sticker on after the rear cage was on. This upper brake light goes on the top of the cab, if I remember right, from where I took everything apart when I broke this thing down. So we'll just do some eyeball. How about that? How about that? We're winging it. That's definitely a little bit off center. Just don't. Yeah, thanks, Matt. Looks good to me too. Matt, oh, so do you have one? Let's see. Yeah, most of my stuff is 1/10, but I did dive into the 1/18 scene. I mean, yeah, I'm looking around. I have an Ascent 18 that I converted into a Volkswagen Beetle. I have all 4 body styles of the TRX-4M. I have the Rock Hobby Magnum, which is like that old F100 pickup. I have the 83, I think it's 83, Toyota Hilux long body or long bed. And I think that's it. No, those are SCX 20. I got 2 SCX 24s, but I definitely have some small scale stuff. But to me, those are different than like that 1/12 from Element. That's just too close to 1/10 to be worth the money, in my opinion. The TRX-4Ms, I like them a lot. I mean, for 100 and what are they, $155 or something? Something like that. That's a great little platform. Right out of the box, that thing does work. I like it. This parts tree doesn't seem to have anything I need right at the moment. Let's see if I can remember. Heads up. How all of this goes together. Why do I have? There's those 4. Okay. That's progress. Cage. Definitely agree. I have a couple FCX 24s, a TRX-4M high lift, and an FMS FCX 18K10. They're a quick, fun way to get out there. Yeah, for sure. And then obviously they're tiny. So like if you're, you know what I mean? If you're going somewhere, you can just, it's nothing to chuck one of them in a bag if you want to bring one along. Do you like that FCX 18K10? I've kind of been avoiding that thing. I don't know if it's really worth it or not. I bought 2. I shouldn't say 2. I bought one of the original FMS K10s, that red and white pickup, and I got it. and the rear bumper was broke off and just flopping around in the box, and the tabs were screwed into the bed of the truck, but the bumper was broke. So I was like, well, that's not going to do. So I sent it back and then immediately ordered another one. Like I wasn't going to wait the 3 days for the refund. Like I'll just return it. You refund it whenever it's convenient. And I'm just going to order a new one. And the new one delivered like by the end of the same week. And the bumper tabs were broke off and the bumper was flopping around in there. Like I'm not going to say it happened, but it's almost as if they somehow stopped that return and was like, oh, there's one in transit already with no destination. And they just like loop. I mean, it wasn't this fast, but it's almost as if the driver left my house and drove around the block and brought the same truck back. So I did a full return and I never ordered another one. I was just like, well, that's I'm not a sports guy, but that was 2 strikes and you're out for sure. Get that started. Let's get this guy started. Maybe. I really do like it. I got it for my wife. The stock tires look great and perform decent for what they are, but this is the first thing I'd change out. But that's the first thing I'd change out. I've had fairly good service from FMS so far. Uh yeah, I mean, there's a lot of popularity there. I think their scale um stuff like I think I've mentioned it before, honestly, but they are what am I trying to say? Their models are awesome, I guess. Their bodies are awesome. They are models first and RCs second. They're not I'm not really a fan of their electronics. I have zero interest in their 10th scale lineup, I guess, if you will, that FCX 10 Blazer. I don't have any interest in any of that. But they're definitely popular. I'd just be interested to know how long those things are actually going to hold up. The only 10th scale of theirs I really like is the Michigan, and that body is awesome. I I occasionally kick myself for not grabbing that on release when it was inexpensive and there were a lot of them, I guess, but what do you do? I can't own them all. I've certainly learned I've learned that. there was recently an RC swap meet in the town that I live in, and I was supposed to be out of town for a bachelor party, and that all fell apart because work decided they needed me that day. So I didn't go out of town for the bachelor party, and then I also missed the swap meet, which was lame, honestly. But I guess where I was going with that was I'm considering thinning the herd a little bit and focusing more on obviously RC construction, which we discussed already, but like things like this, like if you can buy a used rig that's, I mean, I'm talking barely used, and use some parts that you have laying around and order a decal sheet for $10 and order parts tray or parts tree for $15, and you can just kind of build yourself a little scale rig for cheap. I mean, I'm less than $250 into this thing. I mean, and it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool to me, I guess, which is what matters. That was the wrong swap, but the FCX 18 K10 pickup is quite a bit bigger. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to measure it out. I'm pretty sure the scale isn't accurate on the TRX4Ms, but I don't know that it's accurate on the FCX 18s either. So, yeah, I really don't know. I really, really don't know. Put these mirrors on. What are we going to do with these antennas, which are really flimsy? That thing's going to need its own place to live. But put these mirrors back on here. If you're hanging out today, I appreciate you coming into the live stream. This is like my third one, so thanks for hanging out. Hit the thumbs up or whatever. Whatever the thumbs up does. I wish we had RC swap meets around here. I live in a super rural area. Population of my city is about 60K. I mean, I get it, I guess, for one, but you can't. I mean, I guess what I'm going to say is it's not super popular here either. So, like, we have a hobby shop, but I wouldn't say the RC hobby is super popular where I live. There's a handful of people doing it, obviously. The local hobby shop has an indoor racetrack, and they race a couple times a week out there. But I don't know how well or how popular that is, I guess. I mean, I've been there on race day. There's certainly people there racing. I just don't. It's not as popular of a hobby as those of us that are in it wish it would be, I guess. And as far as the swap meet goes, it's only, I mean, they do it like once a year, and it's at the hobby shop. Like you can be indoors because they have pit tables for the track, so you could use that, which is super nice. If the weather was bad, otherwise, you can set up out in their parking lot. But it's just a once a year thing. There's not anything else going on, really. All right, we got some mirrors back on. Put some more decals back on here. What are we doing here? This one. Try to get these window decals back on. And I am just absolutely fingerprinting the crap out of these decals, which is whatever. Whatever. A little bit off. Everyone here's into planes and drones. We've got a few car truck folks. Yeah, I mean, at least it's something. I mean, I'm kind of glad that we don't do the plane thing here, because I'd probably be into planes if I did, to be honest. When I was a kid, my best friend and his parents had moved in. I was like 8 years old, and kid moved in across the street. I ended up becoming really good friends with him. Obviously, as kids do in the 80s. But his dad built planes with like 6-foot wingspans, you know, out of like whatever kind of wood you would use to build an RC plane. And then there was like a club here. That club I don't believe exists anymore, obviously, but risk versus reward, I guess. It'd be super fun to drive an RC or to fly an RC airplane, but it like you got to start somewhere small, I think, because I'm pretty sure at some point you're going to crash your plane, right? I mean, especially if you're just starting out, you're going to crash. I do have a drone, but that's more for like other styles of things, I guess. I don't. DJI Mini 3, something like that. Come on, stick right in there. Hi, Jeremy. Welcome to the video or the live stream. Do I like RC cars? Yeah. Yeah, I'd say I do. I would say there's a high probability that I am into RC cars. Oh, I didn't want you to stick yet. Cut back over there. There's definitely some overspray on the white. You can see in the windows. I don't know if you guys can see. That's some excellent glare, but you know, you can't. Who drives a perfect farm truck? Let's start there. Nobody. Nobody drives a perfect farm truck. Wipers. Corners. Door handles. Let's put those on. Seems pretty straightforward. Door handle and corner. That doesn't seem right. But hey, that's where that sticker lives, ladies and gentlemen. Door handle and good enough. Door handles, corner markers, mirrors. I wonder if I have a parts tree with some other wipers. What do we got here? We had one neighbor that had helis. He actually would let people pay $50 a shot with a shotgun to shoot it down. Never saw anyone hit it. You mean like he would fly the helicopter, and then if you shot the helicopter out of the sky, he would pay you $50? Or you would pay him $50 for the chance to shoot the helicopter out of the sky? Because if he's paying $50, I'm shooting at that helicopter. Just because, I mean, that sounds fun. I'm looking at some parts trees here to see if I have any wipers, and it doesn't look as though I do. So, the old wiper it is. It's going to be a smaller bit. What have I done? Making a mess. Great. Undo this. You pay him $50 for the chance for you to shoot it down while he flew it. Yeah. No way. I thought he was like so confident. I mean, maybe that still holds true. I thought maybe he was so confident in his flying ability that he was just like, I'll pay you $50 if you could shoot my helicopter out of the sky. I'm just going to detail this one wiper here a little bit, just because why not? Let's just put you on. That would have been more epic for sure, but I bet his copter cost anywhere between 12 and $1,500. Yeah. Those things probably take even a different level of skill to drive because you got to run like the tail rotor and everything. So there's one wiper. This one's broken. So I don't know what we'll do there. We'll just leave that one out for now, and we'll just go one wiper with a little bit of detail. Oh boy. What else are we doing? I don't really understand this decal sheet, if I'm being honest. Like tail lights? I don't have tail lights on this truck. And then like tailgate latch. Like this truck doesn't have a tailgate. I don't know. Maybe the window set decal sheet is universal to a number of their vehicles. He ran all nitro. I had some nitro back in the day, but so much easier to slap a lipo in and be off. Yeah. I mean, I've never driven a nitro RC. Probably be fun, but that's just a lot more hassle than I necessarily want to deal with. I like throw a battery in and just move on. You know what I mean? And they're loud. This one guy one time had this giant buggy. Sorry, a giant freaking buggy. Like I don't even know what scale, 5th scale maybe. It was huge, and it sounded like a freaking chainsaw when he was running it. Obnoxiously loud. Super cool thing, ripped and whatever, but I mean, I don't know. Way too loud. This truck needs an antenna. Like, but where do we want it? Like there? I don't know about this tall guy because it's just so. I mean, where do you even put that thing? You put the holes for that. But this guy, I like. So maybe just right there. Where is Mr. Body Reamer? Right here. I have one of those. It's been on a shelf for about 5 years. Tall one's supposed to be a CB antenna. I mean, that's what I would say. It takes 2 different holes to mount it in. I don't know if you're getting that, but yeah, I'd say it's more like a semi like whip or whatever, so it would maybe come off like the back of the cab like here, but I don't know. That can be added at any time, to be honest. Is there a hood line there? There is a hood line there. So maybe. When in Rome. don't want to go too big. I want it to fit snug, and then I'm going to glue it a little bigger. So close. You still don't want to go. Come on. Whoa. Still no? Just little bits at a time. That feels close. Just going to try to clean it from the backside here. Oh, that's money. Money. So we'll snag just a touch of E6000. That's what I do most of my gluing with. And just drop it in there. And then what we can do if we feel like it is, once that's dried and kind of set up, we could paint marker that antenna so that it's not just black, it's chrome, like an old truck would have. So let's see here. I don't know if there's any juice. Surely there's some. These are the batteries I run in this truck. This is also the battery I use. It fits perfectly in the axial Capra. But Z3S 4200 premium series. Pretty affordable. 2-pack on Amazon for, I don't even remember. Not a lot of money. Transmitter. Again, this thing I'm not a big fan of. Certainly functional, certainly works. It's kind of a reach for one-handed driving. I do like the Z's, to be honest. I've got Spectrum batteries. I've got some Traxxas batteries. And I've got a number of different Z batteries. Z is what I substitute. A lot of my 2S Zs are what I substitute for the construction equipment. And I do. I think they work. They perform really well. I haven't had any bad cells. I haven't had any swelling or anything. They've been good for me. Well, we're just kind of throwing this in here. Nothing too fancy. Transmitter on. Let's plug it in the right way. That'll help a ton. Beep. And you see how quiet these elements are? These elements are just... There's no ESC whine. You don't get any of that. I don't know. To me, they just seem quiet. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's see. Let's loop over that and over this. Get that sitting on there. And we're kind of farm trucking. Kind of cool, huh? Looks all right. Little skinny tires on some wagon stamped Steelies. Fresh coat of paint. New bed. We got to do some scale bits on the bed at some point, but you know, it is what it is. But I like the new front bumper. I like that fair lead. I've got some red hooks. We'll probably throw them on here. Some D-rings just to give it a little contrast. I didn't plug in this guy. Let's do that just for good measure. See if I'm still cyclopsed, and I am. And the old one headlight. You're gonna fall off the table, bud. Yeah. That's pretty cool. I mean, am I going to leave it white? Yes. Honestly, my plan was to, let me turn this off. I painted it white because this was the original red one. So if you look at the OG color underneath, it's kind of going to be like maybe my own version of the scratch and dent elements, if you will. So like I painted it white on the outside. So as this thing does things and brushes up against trees and sticks and rocks, and you know, it's not going to be a rock crawler, it's a trail truck, but it's still going to get scuffed and bumped. But this white is going to rub away and kind of expose that color, which might give it a little bit of like some rust look or whatnot, you know. And I might dab a little brown and whatnot in the corners of the fender arches there or whatnot. But I don't know. For now, I'm just going to leave it and definitely get outside with it when the weather is nice. We've been raining. It's full spring for us, so we've been raining like crazy. But this thing definitely will get a run video, and then it'll need a few more details. Obviously, some D-rings. I might put some scale bits on the bed. I don't know what exactly. I kind of like the way the shop is looking, so I don't want to rob anything from that, but it could use a toolbox or maybe some broken scraps of wood or something, some sort of detail on the bed for sure. But this antenna will get painted. I'll paint that silver. And all in all, I mean, that turned out pretty good. I do like the full droop. I mean, this thing, when it was sprung, it was sitting up there. So I just took the springs out, and now she sits a lot lower. But she still will articulate some. I like the skinny tires going up into the wheel arches like that. So, yeah, looks like rust for sure. I agree. Never done any weathering, but it looks so cool when it's done right. Yeah, I would agree with that. I'm not very good at it, but I mean, there's nobody weathering my vehicles for me, I guess, is what I can tell you. So I do it, and it's mine when I'm done, I guess. Whether it turns out great or not, that's how you're going to learn. I like to test on other things. I don't know if you've seen, like, here's a couple of my 18s that I did like this. I'm not super pumped with the way that this turned out, but F-150 TRX4M high trail, kind of semi-weathered. My Land Rover is kind of weathered, like it's just been out in the dirt and the trail for a long time. Like, it looks like it's just dirty, in my opinion, but that's all just, that's all paint. So that's that. And then my Hilux is just kind of, this was like the first thing I ever tried painting. And so, I mean, it's mine, but I like it. This is one of my FMS. I really like the bed, tailgate, all that stuff's glued in. Well, a rock fell out, but you got tailgate, old garden hose, you got a beer can, an old spare tire, metal pail, just kind of a cool little scale rig. I like this truck a lot, honestly, from FMS. Here's my Beetle. This is the FCX 18, or not FCX 18, Red Cat Ascent 18 chassis. And then magnet mounts. There's a run video on this, but this thing, I think, turned out pretty cool. But, if you like it, that's all that matters, really. If you're going to paint your stuff, don't worry about what anybody else thinks, man. That's the biggest thing I can tell you, is just do what you like and move on. You ain't got time to. I don't have time to worry about what everybody else is thinking about what I'm doing. I'm just doing my thing because I think it's fun. Am I the best at it? Absolutely not. I like it. So, yeah. Today we did farm truck things, and I appreciate y'all for being here. We're at almost an hour and a half in episode 3 of Hobby Hour. So we went a little long today, which is perfectly fine. The weather's crap. We were working on trucks. We were chatting. Thanks to everybody that participated in chat. And hey, thanks for the subscription, Matt. Appreciate it. So live streams are kind of up in the air. I do them when time allows. There's no set schedule for live streams, but I definitely drop videos 2 times a week, Mondays and Fridays. Again, if you're into RC construction, which I believe that you are, my last 2 videos are RC construction videos, and the next 2 videos are RC construction because I got a new piece of equipment. So we're going to unbox it, and then I take it outside and give her a maiden run. So awesome, man. I appreciate the subscription. I appreciate everybody else that came, hung out, chatted, dropped some likes. If you made the live stream, awesome. If you're watching this after the fact, I hope you liked it. Obviously, it's a little long, but I felt like we did things the whole time and there wasn't a lot of stagnant, dead time in the video. So that's going to do it. I appreciate it. Thanks, and we'll see you soon. Take care.